Hi everyone and welcome back to the channel. So today's video is a book review of the second book that I read in January, and that book is as old as time. This is one of the Disney's Twisted Tales books. So if you're new to the channel, I will start off by letting you know that this year I have decided to do a reading challenge, and I'm challenging myself to read 24 books for the year of 2024. This book that I'm speaking about today is the second book from my challenge and the second book that I read in January. So just like the last book review I did, this is going to be a book review that contains no spoilers of the story whatsoever, but it will contain my thoughts and feelings on the book itself. So the first thing I'm going to talk about today is the cover of the book. So my thoughts on the cover of the book is that I really like the cover of these Twisted Tale books. It's not overcrowded, it is very plain and simple, but at the same time it's mysterious, and you also know just by this simple little figure here and by the smoke coming around, you really do know that it is based on Beauty and the Beast. So for a cover, I absolutely love it. Even the back still has the smoke coming up and includes the blurb of what the book is about. I do think that you know off the bat straight away that this is a dark tale and that it's not your normal happy ending princess Disney tale, even though it is still fantastic and Disney. So the enjoyment level of this book is, for me, phenomenal. I am a huge Disney fan, and in fact my all-time Disney movie is actually Beauty and the Beast, and that is what Old as Time is based on. For me, I believe that I enjoyed this book so much, more based on the fact that it didn't feel like someone had just attempted to rewrite a Disney film. This book actually feels like you are picking up from where the original Beauty and the Beast film actually left off. Now for me that is amazing. The whole book just felt like a bonus to the original movie. Now I'm not going to spoil things for you because there will be people out there who haven't read this book yet and may want to read this book. But if you are a big fan of the Beauty and the Beast film, then I truly believe that you will enjoy this book. Like I say, it literally feels like a bonus story. It almost feels like the writer has watched the film and decided to pick it up where the film ended and carry on telling the story with its Disney Tales twist, in which is expected of this series. So my expectations for this book, I think this one's a really hard one to describe. I knew that no matter what direction this book took, I knew that I'd enjoy it because I am a big fan of Disney. But I did not know what to expect when I read that it was a twisted tale. And I certainly didn't expect for it to feel like an add-on to the film, which is what really impressed me with the writing style of this book. Now, this book is 482 pages long, and it actually only took me about a week and a half to actually read it. And that's with my busy schedule and only being able to pick up books here and there throughout the day. So it's not a hard read, and when it ended I was actually quite sad that it ended. I wanted more from the book, but at the same time I was so pleased with it and I was so happy with the way that it turned out. It is truly a brilliant book for any fans of Beauty and the Beast. So in terms of recommending this book, I would recommend this book to anyone. You do not have to be a fan of Disney to enjoy these kind of stories, and you most certainly do not have to have watched Beauty and the Beast to understand the story. Although, if you have watched Beauty and the Beast and you are a fan of it, I must say that it really is an added bonus to the film. But by all means, you do not need to have watched the film at all to enjoy or to understand this story. So there may be some of you out there who are not Disney fans, and although you don't need to be a Disney fan to enjoy this book, I think it does help to have some knowledge of the Disney movies. And if you really aren't a fan of Disney, then I would say that the Twisted Tales collection might not be for you, but I would still say give it a try, especially if you want a simple, light read, because this book really isn't hard to read at all. It's really fun, it's easygoing, and it truly is magical. So what did I rate this book? Well, I actually rated this book 5 out of 5 stars on Goodreads. It's because I truly enjoyed it. I enjoyed every moment of it. Did not even want the book to end. I could have kept going and I could have heard more of the story. So yeah, for me, being my favourite all-time Disney movie and this now being one of my favourite all-time Disney kind of books that I have read, then yes, I have rated this book 5 out of 5 stars. So if I was to try and describe this book in a few words, I think the words that I would go with is imaginative. The ideas behind the story and the way the story is told is very clever and really does open up people's imagination. I would also say that it is quite dark. There are some very dark elements to this book, which of course is expected. It is called Disney's Twisted Tales series. So there are going to be some dark and twisted elements of this book. And I think the other word that I would use to describe this book is actually enjoyable, because despite the dark elements and despite the amazing imagination that is gone into the story behind this book, it is really enjoyable and fun to read. And I would really highly recommend that if you're a Disney fan, please, if you haven't tried the Twisted Tales, give it a go. And the last thing I'm going to talk about in regards to this book is the ending of the book. So many people often like to know if the ending of a book is worth it. Now, I can't really go into too much detail about the ending of this book without spoiling the story, but I would say that the ending is a little unexpected. I didn't see it coming, but at the same time, it feels to me like it has been left in a place that it could be picked back up again in the future. So it's almost like an open-ended story in a way. To me, I like that idea, because I like the idea that there is a possibility that another part of this story may come out. If not, that's fine. It's still a fantastic story. The best way to describe the ending of this book for sure is unexpected and potentially an open-ended story. So that is my little book review of As Old as Time from the Disney's Twisted Tales series. I am quite excited now that I've read this one to read some of the other books in this series. So the next book in the series of the Twisted Tales book that I am going to be picking up is Reflection. This is the story of Mulan. I have started it, but only just. I'm not even past the first chapter yet, and so far it is good. Again, Mulan is a Disney movie that I really enjoyed watching, so again, I'm looking forward to how this one turns out. So that was my book review of As Old as Time from the Twisted Tales Disney collection. Remember that you can always follow my progress and updates and behind the scenes footage and pictures over on my Facebook page, over on my Instagram, and if you want, you can follow me on Goodreads to keep up with my Goodreads, keep up to date with my reading challenge and find out where I'm currently at with the progress of that. I will also leave all the links to those sites down below for you if you would like to come over and join me. And don't forget, if you enjoy these kind of videos, please remember to give the video a like, share it with your friends, and remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you don't miss an update. So thank you all for joining me on another book review video here today, and hopefully I'll see you all in another video very soon. Bye guys.